Hey y'all, welcome back. Glad to have you guys joining back in with us. We're going to be finishing up the last fill on our potatoes. So let's get with Kelly and let's find out what we need to do next.
Alright, so this will be our last fill. We're going to go up to just about the lip there on top of it. Like I said earlier in the video, make sure you come up to about here. Don't go over that because you want your water to stay inside. But be careful that you don't mess them up. And this will be our last fill. And we're just going to come around and just kind of keep around our stems. And this will be our last fill. So I'm going to do a couple of them. And then we'll let you know see how they are. And then I'll come back at the end and I'll show you how to top them off then. So, but right now I'm going to go through and get everything topped off to the top of the bucket. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I want to show you something real quick. This is when we did the mix bag. It had the different colors, but you can see you've got different textures. See this one here, this plant, nice, flat, smooth. And you got these. They're a little more, got a little more rib to them, a little darker green. They're a little bit smaller. See the difference in the leaves are even smaller. And then you got some over here that are just huge. They're totally different. See, these are the same. How big these are. And then you got some, like these, they've actually got a purple tint to them. So you got another one down in here. See, these are smaller, but they're a little bit different. Then these are another one of these right here. But you got all these different kinds in one, but you can see the different ones. And after you plant your potatoes that you like, you'll learn which ones, these are the blues, or these are the reds, these are the whites. You'll learn that as you go, especially when you're doing like we did over there, where it's different. Each bucket is its own kind and they all match. But these, I just wanted to show you quick, just the different types of leaves on potatoes. They aren't all the same. So we're gonna finish up here. Got my last 3 buckets here. We're gonna finish topping these off. She showed you the pictures will be on there of the blossoms. They're beautiful. We already had a few varieties that are blossoming. They got a long way to go yet. They're still going to have a lot more blossoms on them. But they're so pretty. And like I was telling you earlier, they become little bushes, little flower bushes out here. So they'll be really pretty for a little while. And then like I say, then they'll start wilting on you. That's when you start to get time to harvest. So that's exciting time also. So it's exciting watching them bloom. It's exciting waiting for them to start wilting. So we're going to finish these last 3 here. And then I'm going to come back a couple weeks from now and we'll show a follow-up on when they're about ready to start turning. They're all flowering and stuff, and we'll give you a little bit of update. But other than that, I think we're going to do a quick garden tour.
Okay, here's our quick update of everything that we've gotten done in the garden area.
Alright, sorry to mess, but she wants to show what's going on. We're finally starting on this side since we get in our garden pretty much, but we did all of our plants. Petals, like I talked before, potatoes, number 2 potatoes, number 2 plastic, food grade. We used these. She got creative on me. I came home with some black smooth ones. These are smooth. She took burlap and put it on them. Didn't that not come out great? And with these beautiful bolts, these hibiscus are beautiful. So see, we got all different kinds in here. Chatty Cathy and Donna and Prima Donna and different ones, but they just make the perfect little planters that she did. So we got everything in planters because we had to rerun the electric back in here. So these are going to be what's over here. So everything's in pots and planters so that we can get things going this year. As you can see, everything is in pots. So if she'll follow me around, this is getting ready. As you can see, we got the dirt started over here. This one's done. We got this dug out. Because this was all gravel here, but we got the first one done. So she is finally getting her side done that she's been after me to get done. We're working on it, so get all those plants planted. So back to where we started, and I've been putting we have been putting our time in. But just like over there, you had each one of those, we only will start with 1, maybe 2 bulbs of the elephant ears. And I'll tell you why. It's like, oh, I want 3, 4 because I want a lot of them in there. Well, this is what happens a year later. So this was 3 bulbs that we put in here last year. This is what you got this year. So don't get greedy this year. Put 1 or 2 in a container, and all it is for us is a galvanized tub with no bottom. So that way you grow down into the ground, but it keeps them up and protect it. I like the looks of it. We've done it a couple times down through here. I got another one started there. I got some cannas started on the back side there. And all it does is it kind of gets it up off the ground a little bit, keeps it, protects it from the weed eater. But more importantly, it keeps it contained because as you see, it spreads. So if you don't want your whole area out here full, then you put them in something that can contain it. And thus we like that old look. So let's head out to the garden. The strawberries that we started, well, we'll get to this part. And here's an old wheelbarrow, as I said. The legs we made a table out of, and there's the rest of it. Taters are doing great. Our squash, got a little bit of dill in here. They'll be ready when the cucumbers are ready. It'll be ready for her to use. Some of these are already starting to flower, so that means they're making taters. But let's see if we can get down in here. Look at the size of some of those zucchini down there. You got 4 or 5 inch zucchinis. Those are the green zucchini. These are all green zucchini. This is the spaghetti squash. You can see the difference in the leaves. They're smaller leaves, so you can kind of see what plant I'm talking about. But that one, that one's over here. Spaghetti plants are considered, they're a runner. So what happens is any of your winter squash run. Your summer squash, they all grow in a bush. There's 3 plants in that little bitty area. There's 3 plants in this little bitty area. But those 2 plants right there, they are going to take over this whole area. So, apologize for the rag, but it is hot today. Here is your yellow zucchini. Real quick on that one. Just yellow ones. These are yellow. They taste the same. They just, in a stir fry, it gives you a little more color. But anyway, these you can plant nice little tight spots like this. You could have put 3 more in there. But those, you don't want 6 of those in there because they are going to take this over. So summer squash though is a bush. You have to eat them or freeze them right now. Where the winter squash, they're going to last us. We can put those on a shelf and they're there for months. So that's why they call them winter squash. You grow them now and they feed you in the winter because you can store them. Where your summer squash, they'll rot. This is all summer squash over here. This is crookneck. Let me get past you here. These are little baby crooknecks. And you get down there. See, they're little still, but they're getting there. These are all crooknecks in here. So, you can see down in there?
Yeah.
And I love how nature is. We didn't get these sunflowers in yet, but nature said, well, I'm going to make seeds anyway. So they got a flower here, but that'll turn into seeds. So next year, it'll hope for better conditions. That's Mother Nature taking care of itself. Our head lettuce that we had here, our butter crunch, they've already been harvested. We've got some fresh coming up now, but these are our romaine. There's loose leaf. This is loose leaf. We can get a couple more out of these. But these were all head lettuce that we, in the Merlot that we've already harvested. So that's where that's at. The carrots, now let's go over here to peas. The peas, as you can see, are starting to yellow. I'm not getting any more flowers. So when these are done and they're full, these are all getting full. So we'll probably pick today, maybe tomorrow, the last of these, and these will be done. The sweets, pretty much done. See, they're filling out. These are nice and full and tight. I won't eat none because they have a mouthful again, like last time I got yelled at. So, but there's no more peas. These are done. It's getting hot. They're at the end. But, I mean, we got such a beautiful harvest this year. We've got a ton of them in the freezer. Every year you have disappointments, aggravations. This year, with the mulch that we used or the compost we used, was a little high. I've never seen a carrot with a top that big with a carrot that small. So that's what happens. Then you have others that are not so bad. This one I left out here too long. It's going to be hard, but we're going to go through and we're going to pick Some of these are coming out. We're getting some that are normal, some that are trying to bolt quickly. See, this what I mean by bolt is they come up and they make flower. Now these will be seeds, carrot seeds there, very tiny. But that's what you say when something bolts, lettuce bolts, this stuff bolts. It means it comes up and it's going to the head. It's making seeds. It's flowering. So we've got a lot here yet to pick. We're going to go through this probably in the next day or two and weed out the good and the bad and hope for enough for ourselves this year. We're not going to have a lot to sell, but we'll have enough for ourselves. Even the bait, I mean, something this small, don't throw it away. Because something this small, you cut this off, and then you got 1, 2, 3 small pieces there that you can put in with your roast or whatever, or just freeze a whole bag of these, and you still got a good meal of them. Over here we got a tomato. We're working on them. Per head, 1,000 head tail, you called it.
Yep.
This stuff is getting huge. I can't wait to see where it goes because it's still going nuts. Amethyst in there. We got Robbie. Let's see what I haven't looked in here in a while. Well, it's still not. Should we pull one and see what it looks like?
Yeah.
There's one that we want to see the roots. See, we're not getting anything. So I'm wondering if this is too high in nitrates too. Oh, that's aggravating. Over here though, let's see here. These are beets. Now they see what I'm talking about. These same compost, but these did beautiful. These are my golden beets. Oh, she pickles these for me. Oh, they're better than any pickle you'll ever eat. These are awesome. But see, they got a nice head like they should, but they got a nice bulb at the bottom. That is going to be delicious when she pickles those for me. So I want to put that back right there so it stays cool for a minute. Then we're going to come back and we're going to collect those. And let's see, our tomatoes. I'm out here pruning right now. You can see we got nice big clusters, but I'm just keeping them pruned up. So that's what our mess is from here. But look at the clusters. See, I keep this all pruned up, so now they can get sun, they can get air, so these are going to be just huge clusters of black cherries. They're beautiful.
Those are my favorite.
But I just keep them pruned up, and see, as we get them up here, I went from my poles here up into here. Now they're holding on to the actual, and they'll come up into here. Now up here, I've let, like here, instead of 2, and then I went to 2 here, a single, and then just kind of feel your way up till you get them up in here, and then you can let a few, but you got to keep them under control. Otherwise, it's going to get so heavy and so thick with leaves that you're not going to be able to see your fruit. And then you just got a lot of leaves and not much fruit. So we'll just kind of walk down through here, show you what I'm talking about. Like this one fell over, so I'm having to retrain it to go back up because you don't want to break them. Be careful with them. And just see all the beautiful clusters down through here. Beautiful clusters. Oh, look at these nice ones here. Oh, these are big ones. These are nice. These are Romas. These are early girls. So see, they're already, the big tomatoes, they're going to be the first ones. They're called early girls. They'll be the ripe first. And then down here, there's cherries. No, these are the blue.
These are the blue cream.
Blue cream. See the pretty color on them? They're going to be pretty. And here are potatoes. Look at the blossoms on our potatoes. I love it. And as we was looking earlier, now that we're into the heat, we're learning. See, there's a couple of them are not getting enough water. See, this one apparently is getting here. These 3, that one's getting this, but this one somehow. So we're gonna have to address that. So just watch your plants. Go out there and watch your plants. Now, you want to see something beautiful? Get down in here, so a little sunlight. Look at that. A purple cauliflower. Isn't that beautiful?
That is my favorite.
These are all purple down here, and we should find one that so I don't have to hurt anything. Like these are yellow. I don't know if you can see. There's enough sunlight down in there, but they're yellow. They'll look like cheddar cheese, but they're doing good. Oh,
Let's go down the cucumber aisle.
Oh, okay. Let's go down her little favorite little aisle when it's.
It is my favorite because when it starts to fill in, it will cover this whole trellis area.
We got our runner beans coming up, and they will fill up. We've got over here the scarlets, and these have a beautiful red red blossoms. These you have the pink. These are the homesteads. They'll have pink, and they're coming up. And in here, you get a little bit of this. I mean, sometimes you can't help it, but you got more than enough that are healthy. These are our cucumbers. Let's see here. You can see a baby cucumber there. You see it in there?
Yeah.
We need to get these. We have to work on getting these back up. She's already started over here. Ah, the dog let himself out. Okay, so anyway, these now are melons, cucumbers. You got the pointed here, so it kind of changes over. I hate it. You don't put herbs in your garden because this little herb plant, it was this little bitty thing, is now this thing. So all my melons that were planted here,
That was from last year.
they're gone. So our beans here are doing good. This is a cucumber here that's coming up, so it's doing good. Those are cucumbers down there that are doing good. But where my melons were, oh look, something that's not supposed to be there is taken over. Hint, hint, deer. All right, so we got our beautiful kale. Some more of this is the Kajari melons, and then these will come up. And as you can see, when the melons get big enough, we'll make these little stretchers here, and they just rest in there, the little hammocks, shall we say, and that keeps them up there. So we got our Dino. Now this year, as everybody knows, well, see, oh, I got my runner beans in here playing with my grapes. Can't be having that now. Maybe don't play balls with that. Just get that over there. We'll get it up where it goes here. Sometimes just giving a little help, starting it where you want it, and it'll put my toys down. And just take these and run them up. And then what they'll do is they'll naturally grab hold after about a day. But if you just kind of help it where you want it, and then this will slowly, and then now it'll keep going up that. You don't really, the heavier stuff like this, sometimes you have to use what we use, this tomato clips. But our grapes thankfully came back. But like you said, we had a frost on the 17th. That's been, I mean, the latest they usually is around the 16th. But they are healthy, but we are not going to have any grapes this year, unfortunately. All of our little grape clusters died. Rhubarb is doing beautiful. Beautiful. It's our first year with that. I built those boxes just for that. Down through here, our peppers are looking awesome.
You can actually smell peppers when you walk through here.
The little blossoms, like you got here, you got one there, just nice size right there, getting ready to go. My favorite ones down here, the big ones.
Right
Look how
here,
big these are. Yes, they're the red ones. They're sweet peppers that I just love. Our black-eyed peas are here, and our right behind her, these are just depressing. We thought they were going to be huge. I mean, and once again, I've said everything affects things differently. Too much nitrogen, but we had beautiful heads. But you pull these up, and they're only about 2 inches, not even an inch bulb on the bottom. Very disappointing. So, okay, so every year you have things that just, wow, that went awesome. Then other years you have things that, careful here, I'm going to show you real quick. And other times you have what you call failures. But this is real quick for you. These are the ones we did on the troughs. These are all the babies that came out, the runners. Look how beautiful. Now they're starting to actually have berries. But they're established. Oh, there's one that's going to be shortly. But they're small, but they're there. And that's just, not every one of them survived, but most of them did. But they were all free. That's the beautiful thing about it. Put back real quick to the end of this thing. You're going to have sometimes things that just go, wow, that was awesome. And next year you repeat that. Then other times you're going to have, not necessarily a failure, but a learning curve. The carrots. We're still going to get carrots out of that. We're going to make the best out of that. But you know what? Next year I'm going to be a little more careful with my soil testing. Same thing with my onions. I'm going to be a little more careful where I put them. But you're still going to benefit, win or lose. It's something that me and Donna, my wife, we love to do together. This is our time that we enjoy. So no matter what happens out here, this is a beautiful time for us. And when we sit out here and look around, it's beautiful. This is something we did. And when you do it yourself, and you're gonna learn what I'm talking about. When you start something from a seed and then you harvest that and you eat that, it tastes better than anything you could ever buy. So just remember, not everything that's bad is a failure. It's just a learning curve. So just remember that, and don't get frustrated. Just enjoy it and keep moving forward and learn. And enjoy your family. That's the main thing.
Okay, you guys have an awesome day. Glad you guys joined in with us. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. When you subscribe, you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. You guys have an awesome day. Smile for us. Bye.